the Jeds and Lukes of the world makes her feel very desired and wanted in a way that even though Tyler and Pete make her feel, but they make her feel like they need him, they need her. And I think that's what you're
Jed was the one that she said she's falling in love with too, so that was a big thing. He knew he had some leeway. Luke, P, and Hannah, they head to Santorini for their date. A lot to unpack here. Their date was going well until Luke brought up Fantasy Week. This moment obviously has been teased since basically the beginning of the season. Brienne, what were your initial thoughts and kind of predictions going into that moment and how it was going to play out?
Wow, I mean, this has been the moment that we've all been waiting for. And I was so proud of Hannah. I think she handled it so well. And yeah, it was kind of great to see that final showdown between Luke and Hannah.
Yeah, let's break down some of the conversation there. Luke wants to talk about sex, says he doesn't believe she should be having sex during Fantasy Week, wants to make sure she isn't, okay? Says he would remove himself from the competition if he heard she had sex with one or more guys this week. So let's watch the moment where Hannah Beast comes out and freaks out on Luke. Watch.
Like, I don't believe that's something that you should be doing. And I just want to make sure you're not going to be, you know, sexually intimate with, you know, the other relationships here.
Okay. I could have X'd you off so many times from being my husband, from things that I want out of a relationship, and that it's just sex for you, and that you're like, if you've had sex, then I'm going home. It's like, well, I want somebody who can get along with people, who doesn't have pride issues. Like, there's so many things that I don't want out of a husband that you've shown. And so it's like, oh my gosh, like, that's a big, like, you.
So this moment was a long time coming. They've had similar conversations before, but finally it got to where, Nick, why was this finally the conversation that triggered her?
My guess is that, yeah, she really likes Luke, and Luke has been kind of shaming her and nagging her all season. And I think, I think it was because she has slept with Peter. And, then, Luke is judging and shaming her again. She's kind of like had enough, right? What's interesting is, like, there's nothing wrong with a guy or a woman saying, listen, if I want to get engaged, I value sex. There's nothing wrong with that. But again, you saw Luke saying, you're doing something wrong.
Right.
I don't think you should do this. He doesn't have the right to tell her what to do or judge her or shame her. He has the right to tell Hannah that sex matters to him. And there's a huge difference, and that's what he's been doing all season. And I think it just boiled over. I think this was an accumulation of all season and not just this one conversation.
I was just cringing when he kept saying, oh, if you had to slip up.
Yeah,
right.
That's what I kept coming back to.
Right. Well,
it was like, no, you can't shame her for that.
He came into it presuming that she was exactly on the same level with him. Again, I agree with you completely. When people are getting to that point of their relationship, maybe engaged, their sexual morality is something that's important, but you can't say, I believe you're doing something wrong when you don't have that. All right, let's talk about this. Hannah finally eliminated him, as we saw coming, from the competition. We think we're kind of out of the woods, and the trailer shows that Luke, he's coming back because you got to fight for what you want. This is going to be the second time that he refuses her rejection. Robin, what's this say about him? Is this a producer thing 100%? Because to me, it kind of reads.
What's happening?
I mean, it could be a producer thing, but I think it's a Luke thing. I mean, the fact that he wouldn't even get up, like, it was scary that he wouldn't leave when she was trying to get rid of him. So I have no doubt that he was like, no, I'm not done with this. Like, we're going to have round 2, when he needs to just let it go.
Just go.
The producers are allowed there to make things happen. They don't force it. Sometimes they get too much credit to that regard. This is a Luca type of guy. I think he thinks he's doing her a favor. Like, you think I would judge you for this, and I'm going to do you the favor by not. Like, it's a very righteous kind of Luke thing to do, and it's the producers are there to let things play out.
Maybe it'll result in the fight.